All right. Well, a very good morning to Chris Bishop. Chris, good to have you with us. I was just reflecting
morning,
that when does the 100 days officially finish? Is there some alarm that goes off up in the beehive?
It's today. It's today. So
okay.
There's no alarm, but we have been doing a bit of a countdown on the whiteboard in my office.
All right. Now, and you're going to have ticked off the 49 things?
Yes. I see from the media this morning there's some media outlets are trying to dispute that we've done various different things. But it's actually pretty clear. In fact, in some cases, we've gone further and faster than the 100-day plan indicated we would.
Yeah.
So no, we've done the 49. We'll put it this way. We will have by the end of the day. I think there's a couple more things to announce.
Okay. It was a dumb number anyway, Chris. Can you tell me now what was
I argued for 50, but I lost.
Well, I reckon there was another one there that you couldn't get done and you had to abandon it. Is that true?
No. It's literally just. I mean, to be honest, I was reasonably close to.
Okay, when do we get the next to-do list?
Soon.
So you're going to have a break in between 100-day plans?
Yeah, we've got a week, and then we come back for the house for another 2 weeks. And so sometime soon, you'll see the kind of next quarter two plans, what the Prime Minister is referring to.
Okay, the Q2 plan, which will be another 100-day plan?
Will not be a quarter plan. So
okay, a quarter plan, and will that have a number of, say we're going to achieve all these things?
Yeah, it'll have a direction of travel, we'll have a series of actions we want to take, yep.
Yeah. Well, inevitably, because the Coalition is a new government, much of the first 100 days was taken with either halting or not proceeding with, or in some cases rolling back things the previous government was doing, and we can look in the health area where that was done. We can look in the industrial relations area was done. Perhaps most controversial, the non-proceeding with the quite draconian tobacco laws. And I guess people now look, or it might be natural that now, having got rid of the stuff you didn't like from the previous administration, it's time to actually move forward and be more proactive and positive. And I guess this bill you introduced yesterday is part of that process?
Yeah, I mean, we've started that process. I mean, the fast track has been sent to a committee, and that is going to make a substantive and transformational difference to the ability to get things done in New Zealand. I gave a big housing speech a couple of weeks ago, which lays out our work program there. And you're seeing ministers now starting to chunk through the work around our positive forward-looking agenda as well. So we've started that work, and we've started to announce it. Simeon Brown's transport government policy statement, the listing of the new 15 roads of national significance, that's positive stuff that we're doing to change the system to deliver on our priorities.
Now, I did want to ask about that. So these two things go hand in hand. If you want to get those roads built and built quickly, will the government be able to give them fast-track approval under this bill?
Yes, NZTA will be able to apply to use the fast track, and ministers will be asked to consider the projects against a range of criteria. Clearly we've indicated that their government priorities by listing them as roads of national significance in the policy statement.
Yeah. All right. Can I also ask, can the private sector have access to the provisions of fast track approval via this process?
Yes, they can, and I really hope they use it. In fact, I know that there's real enthusiasm because I get emails on a daily basis from people with possible projects that could be used, could be included.
Yeah. All right. The Radio New Zealand's Checkpoint, an incredibly balanced coverage before they explained the bill to anyone. I think the headline intro before they interviewed you yesterday was, "A free pass for big industry to bulldoze Aotearoa's precious natural environment." That's the Green Party's verdict on legislation that would give government ministers the power to push through consents for major infrastructure projects, while at the time limiting people's rights to appeal. What do you say to the Greens?
Well, there's a degree of hypocrisy going on here. I mean, firstly, the fast track process that we are building on is already in the law. So the last government listed a series of projects in a piece of legislation, put it through the Parliament. The Greens supported that government and supported that bill. Sent those projects off to an expert panel to get the resource consent. It's exactly the same process that we're doing. So there's a degree of hypocrisy here. It's not certainly what they thought a while ago. and certainly from Labor as well, who've made sort of similar criticisms. A lot of the criticism is just totally over the top. I mean, what we're doing is saying ministers can have the ability to say, this is a priority, this will have economic effects that we want to see. You've got to sort out the resource consent issues and the environmental conditions that get placed on it, all the different things you can't do when you build a project to protect the environment. That's fair enough. That's best done by an expert panel, by RMA practitioners and by legal experts. You do that, and then ministers go, yep, that looks good to me, let's go. And there's the time frames built into that as well. So they've got 6 months to do the various permits and conditions.
Okay.
And things like
Would
that.
this apply to something like, say, a waterfront stadium in Auckland?
Well, there's conversations underway on that, as you know. But, theoretically, yes.
Yes, so you're saying a waterfront stadium, a second harbour crossing. Could you expedite that if someone came up with a decent plan?
Yes, theoretically, any project of regional and national significance is eligible, but whether it's public or private or both.
All right. Well, that's quite exciting. And it sounds like it might have quite far-reaching implications in terms of this coalition government's vision for more economic activity and getting rid of red tape.
A lot of excitement out there because, look, we've become, as the Prime Minister says, we've become an obstruction economy. It's just impossible to do things, It takes 2 years to build a wind farm, it takes 8 years to consent one. There are and the thing is, but what people don't count, is the cost of the projects that just never get off the ground that you don't even know about. So this is the thing that I know the Prime Minister is keen on sort of saying to the rest of the world. We're open for business. There's a bunch of projects out there, almost certainly, that will never have been, they won't have got off the drawing board because people or investors or people put out their own capital, their own money, will just sit there and look at our resource consent regime and go, it's just too difficult, bugger that, I'm going somewhere else, or I'll do something else with my money.
Yeah.
So the economic cost of the regime right now is bad enough for the projects we know that use it. So it costs $1.3 billion a year in resource consents. The amount of time it's taken to get a resource consent has doubled from 2014 to 2019. So, the costs are just enormous to the economy of the red tape and the green tape, I call it, that's holding us back.
Yeah, okay. Look, on a broader sense, as I said, the end of the first 100 days, you're going to take a breather. I think that's a bit slack of you. You're going to essentially have a holiday before we know about the next 100 days. And as far as you can as a politician, I want an honest answer. Has it gone better, worse, or pretty much as you expected?
Oh, it's largely gone as I expected, to be honest. First 100 days is always a busy time in a new government. I mean, the last government spent its time commissioning a working group, so I suppose it wasn't that busy.
Yeah.
But we have come in with a very clear program of action to change this country and make tough decisions.